everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm actually finishing up another meeting because we are doing some things in the great state of Georgia. So I'm actually at Root Hill Companies. This is the first Latin woman-owned construction brokerage firm here in Georgia. So welcome, 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 welcome. Oh yeah, we're always having a very interesting talk, Tony. So welcome to the call, y'all. Welcome to the call. My name is Montina Frazier. I'm actually going to have you all here. And if you all hear anything about me, I'm always talking about how can I help businesses in the state of Georgia connect the dots and what can we do? And actually the gentleman I was just speaking to, his company does far north of 100 million. So we were just having another meeting here for some Georgia. So I typically will have my computer here so I can look at y'all. If you all have any, north, way north. And it's very normal when you're in certain rooms to speak with people like that. So what I like to do is talk about what I've been talking about before this call, which two things were the Georgia Procurement Registry and doing business in Georgia. How do you find associations in Georgia and what do you do? I will also answer any questions that you all have. So if you want to just come on, you don't have to come on camera, but if you want to come online and say who you are, what type of company you have, you can. And again, this is just something I do. I'm not here to sell you anything. I don't have a consulting upsell. I don't have a marketing upsell. My company only does websites. That's it. We don't do anything else except for websites. So if you are interested in a one-page or full website, that's all my company can offer for you. But outside of that, there's nothing else to offer. So Tony, if you can turn on your mic, and then Belvin, I see you, I met you, and Tiasha, y'all can just come on and just say who you are and what type of company you have and just share that.
Hey, I was actually about to type it, but I can say it. So my name is Tony B. Martin, and my company is Systems to Success. I'm based in Atlanta, and we help small, diverse businesses connect with corporate contracts. So I actually have a program that's going to be starting in May with Salesforce, and it's going to be the Salesforce Supplier Diversity Academy. And the whole program is designed to help people become procurement ready. And so a lot of those elements are the same things that you need for government contracting. And so I'm very excited to hear about the Georgia Procurement Registry. I have no idea what that is. But I actually just got my cage code yesterday for government contracting. And so I'm trying to decide kind of the directions I'm going in and the types of organizations I'd like to work with. I'm also, I hit you up, Montina, I'm a GMSDC member. And so this year is going to be the NMSDC annual conference here in Atlanta in October. And so the president, Stacey Key, has told all members that we all need to roll up our sleeves and we all need to volunteer and get involved. And so I'm looking forward to helping however I can. So good to meet you all.
Okay, awesome. And just so you know, I was just having a meeting and we'll have a retreat in March. So you will actually see a calendar invite. I'll have Sanji send out for GMSDC. I put it countdown to NMSDC. Your ideal clients are going to be the MBE to MBE members. Like MBE to MBE, you'll hear us talk about if you're really new to GMSDC, but this is MBE to MBE. There are $100 million businesses, $50 million businesses, 20 million. They are all going to need the assistance from professional services. So I wrote down for your systems for success, when you said Salesforce, did you actually mean SaaS, the Salesforce software, or is this something you've created like Salesforce Workforce Development? I wanted to
No,
make
Salesforce.com. Yes.
Okay, good. So you have your
Mhm.
Salesforce certifications like for the CRM?
Yeah, so I'm actually a
Okay.
registered consulting partner of theirs. And then I also have contracts with their actual procurement department. So I kind of work it from multiple angles.
That's so smart. So just so you know, with Salesforce, one of our for MBE, I see on the technology chair, Sam, his last name starts with a Y. I don't want to mess
Yeah,
it up.
yeah.
But
I
with
know, Sam.
Sam, his company, he's tier 3, and I think tier 3 is north of 50 million. So Sam, they are Salesforce training companies. So if you have you had an opportunity to meet Sam?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I know
Okay.
Sam. Yeah.
Go definitely connect with Sam. Okay, awesome. Welcome, Tony. Okay, who else? Who wants to go next? Just introduce yourself, your name. This is a great way. Anytime you have an opportunity to introduce yourself, always do it because it's how you network and build relationships. Okay, who do we have next?
I'll start.
Okay, hey, Belvin.
Hello. Hello, my name is Belvin Baldwin II. I'm the owner of Showtime Travel, and what we do is we design luxury vacations for busy professionals, so all they have to do is show up and enjoy. I was just recently inducted, joined GMSDC. I'm just glad to get my certification. Someone came to me and stated that I should join it. I was working with a company, and I wanted to work with their DEI program, and they asked if I had any certifications, and I didn't. So now I have it, and not only for incentive travel with some of these corporations, I was looking more to work with some of the HR departments on benefits of using this, because a HR manager came to me to discuss ways for mental health issues and just benefits that they can use in their HR programs for travel. So I thought that was something that maybe an opportunity that I could work with a lot of different corporations with.
Okay, good. Welcome to GMSDC. You'll be in professional services. Make sure that you circle back with the organization that first asked if you were certified. And also make sure that you talk up the certification because you have access to opportunities. But like I said in the orientation, it takes a lot of paperwork. Everyone cannot be certified, and you literally are set apart as a company once you are certified. So those are just different things to make sure that you are sharing. It's not like, oh, we're just certified. No, everyone cannot be certified. So
Okay.
again, welcome. All right, who else? Let's
Thank
see.
you.
You're welcome.
Hello.
Tasha.
Hi. Hello, everyone. I'll go ahead and go. My name is Tyasha Hayes, and I am the owner of Higher Med Staffing LLC. I am based out in LaGrange, Georgia. Um, I have about 14 years of experience working in the healthcare field. So now I'm just venturing out, and I would love, my goal is to employ like nurses, medical assistants, providers, and things of that sort. Just help them find, staff, help businesses, doctors' office, hospitals, and everything. Just provide them with staffing, quality staffing. Again, and I believe what sets me apart in the medical staffing field is because I have that experience. I've worked closely with quite a few providers. I worked at Grady for about 3 years. I worked at a hospital out in Nashville, Tennessee for about a year or so. So I have a very full background in the medical field, which I believe would set me apart in being a staffing agency for medical clientele. And then I'm just here also to learn more about the Georgia procurement program. I just learned about it yesterday. So I'm really just trying to get more information on it and just gain more knowledge on my journey as being a new business owner.
Okay, awesome, and welcome. Lisa, and then we'll go with Shystine, and then we'll get started even if someone else comes in. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, everybody. I'm Lisa Thurston. I own Thurston Business Services. So I am a professional project manager by trade, and I opened my own shop last year. So I am a problem solver for small to mid-sized businesses. I help them get organized, get their projects started that they put on the shelf. No, let's get it started and get it moving. And I also help with process improvement and generally identifying pain points, quantifying them, creating a solution, and implementing the solution.
Awesome. Thank you. And then Shystine, if you'd like to go, we're just introducing, everyone's just introducing themselves.
Hi, how are you?
Hello, welcome.
Thank you. My name is Shastine Lawrence, and I'm a newly certified MBE. I met you, Montina, at our training last week, the annual meeting. And
Awesome.
so I'm just here to learn everything I can and to network. I own a CL Consulting, which is a IT staffing and consulting company.
Okay. All right. So here's what we're going to do. And again, I'm at Rude Hill Companies, and I'm so excited because she is the first woman brokerage Latina in Georgia. And the way she set up, I think 3 years ago, there were 2 of them, and it's like 90 realtors that they have all these locations. And the way they have it set up, let me see. It is amazing. It's a small facility here, but it is absolutely amazing. They do real estate on the commercial and residential side. Oh, there it is. Home inspections, insurance lending, and investments and development. So what we're going to do in terms of I like to stay focused is I'll just tell you really, really quick who I am and why I decided to do this, why the focus is on Georgia. We'll go into the Georgia procurement, talk about associations for business development. I am huge on business development and kind of the next steps. So again, my name is Montina Young Frazier. Many of you have maybe seen me. I know Tyasha saw me on YouTube. It's so funny. I've been around since, and Belvin, you mentioned this in LinkedIn. I've been around since 2009 online. I started my first business around 2009, 2010, had a nonprofit. Then I went into a for-profit that was dealing with like natural hair, shea butters, and things like that. I made $12,000 in 3 weekends. And then I was like, yeah, I don't want to do this anymore. I had about 100 consultants, but I don't enjoy making things. I'm not a great technician in my company. There are technicians, entrepreneurs, managers. I'm a phenomenal entrepreneur. The company I have now, I've had full time since 2014, started in 2013. For 5 years, we only worked with lawyers. We did digital marketing, video production, only for lawyers. I went very, very niche. I believe in going very, very, very narrow and deep, not wide, and you're all over the place and throwing the marbles and feeling like, where's it gonna stick? When I became certified, I was first woman-owned certified, which means I submitted all of the paperwork. I was accepted into the certification gallery arena. And I was like, I don't know how to use this. I know I have access to corporates. I have no clue on what to do. Then I became GMSDC certified, which made it a little bit easier because they had a 6-month action plan. I had my first contract with Randstad, the largest staffing company in the world. I still have a contract with them to date. I just finished their supplier diversity program, and it's like the windows of heaven opened up. You have the training, you have the opportunities, everything. The challenges that I saw in the industry, though, was I was successful, but the people around me weren't. And that bothers me. I don't want to be the only one running around and talking, I'm getting opportunities and contracts. But what I found was that a lot of my traditional and even non-traditional businesses didn't have a clue on their pitches. They'd show up just unkempt and dirty. You don't understand the rules of engagement, which are different in every single room. And it was just a mess. So I said, well, I'm going to create some free training. And I did this years ago. I ended up getting a $100,000 contract that I didn't have to bid on. I was like, wow. But I've been doing this for years. I've had contracts since. And what hit me this year for the focus on Georgia was kind of the same thing. Connecting the dots in the great state of Georgia. I get it. Some people feel like people are hiding things. I don't hold that belief. I just know that there's a lot out here, and most of the time people just don't have time to teach you. And I don't feel right about charging you all for my consulting services, and I really don't have the time. So I just decided to do this weekly and only focus on Georgia because we're the #1 state to do business in, and there's plenty of work. I know that Tony, you mentioned the cage code. There's plenty of work in Georgia. You don't have to go and do federal and compete on the federal level when you understand how Georgia operates, where the opportunities are, and what to do and how to move. With that said, the only thing, like I said, that my company offers is if you need a website, we do great websites. We only charge for a full page or a full website. We are flat fee, 3 mock-ups for $250. If you say, I don't really know if I want a website, well, we'll do a mock-up for you, $250. You take it, walk away, do it yourself, or give it to someone else, or we'll build it for you. So let's get started on the Georgia procurement. I'm going to share my screen. And what we're going to do is walk through. So just in one word, if you could put it in the chat, put in one word that describes what you do. I know that I heard Salesforce, but if you can just put, hey, Montina, this is one thing that I can do. Make it a little easy for me as I'm searching through some of the things on the procurement. But this is the Georgia Procurement Registry. You can Google this, Georgia Procurement. Procure, this is a term used in the government space or corporate. How are they purchasing goods? Okay, it's just a fancy word for purchasing goods. Just like you all hear SEO, people say, oh my God, it's so complicated. Search engine optimizations. How do people go to Google and search for something? They're not going to Google to put workers' compensation. They put, I got hurt at work, what do I do? Same thing. So on Team Georgia Marketplace, typically the procurement opportunities are if something is over $50,000. The Georgia Procurement Registry has all sorts of different categories, as you see here, in government and government entities. So we're going to walk through this, okay? And again, these are just things that I think that you need to know. I don't want you to struggle in business. I don't want you to think this is an all or none. Now, remember, this is the Georgia registry. This is not for, there can be counties that aren't putting information in. Housing Authority may not put information in. If it's $2,000 to $5,000, it might not even go into here, okay? So again, put your questions in and I'll come to the chat, we'll look at it. So for bidding opportunities offered by the state of Georgia, to submit a bid or proposal, you must be registered as a supplier or bidder. To register, you just click here. It really is that simple. To search, you can use a keyword or any combination of criteria, and then the events are displayed in search results. I come out here all the time just finding information. Things like this I can find to be kind of pleasing and have fun, but again, I'm very unique. Most people would not have fun doing this. So you want to look at the paper or electronic. I like to put all. We'll go into keyword in a second. You can look at everything, okay, but it's going to bring up a lot of information. You can look at what's closed. If you don't see anything with your keyword term, go into all, because some of you all out here might say, well, this is what I do, but if they've never procured it, then maybe they call it something different. I had to learn this in the marketing space. They call some things with workshops technical assistance. They may call even the marketing if I'm doing training or workshops, leadership, entrepreneurship. So you will start to capture information. Again, your government types. You want, I always select all. You can do county, health board, watershed authorities, municipalities, and cities. Okay, municipalities are your cities, your school boards or your state government. Which entity? Now this is saying the cities. This is the administrative services. These are behavioral health and disabilities here, board of commissions, board of commissioners, board of education. Your colleges are here. We have some academies here that are your charter schools. Board of Education Development Authority. So I like to put everything, but there are times when I want to search for a specific county. Like I'm in Henry County, I might want to search specifically for Henry County. And then your categories, again, I select all, but you can go in, hey, I just want to see what's out there for construction or design or goods, IT or services and special projects. I don't go into the advanced, but again, you can, but you want to know what's there. Request for information, you are not submitting anything as it relates to your cost analysis or the pricing. They just are like, hey, is there any vendor out there that does this? Request for a proposal, RFP, they want you to submit a proposal. And I know there are many of you all that get confused with this. We'll go over it. You really just want to respond. Does it need to be fancy? No. Does it help if it's fancy? Probably, maybe, I don't know, it just depends. Sometimes they'll tell you the font, they'll tell you how many pages, they will tell you the type of font. Pay attention to the details. Notice of awards, sole source, there's just one company in the entire world that can do this. You might be thinking, really? Yes, there are some instances where there's just one company that can do something. Non-state agencies, consortia, requests for qualified companies. Most of the time with a consortium, that is a group of companies that come together to create one company, and then they bid. There was a lady here talking about a $36 million opportunity on the federal space, and that's what they're doing. And again, you can do the date ranges that you have here and then search. Okay, so let me go here to the chat and see what you all put in. So let's start with Tony that has training. And let's see what's here available for, again, I'm just going to search my keyword, training. And the thing that we want to look here for, Tony, is even if I click on here and I say, hey, they have fire department training, which is probably not what you're doing. And then see here, they have a police training center, which is in the construction. So that's not what you do. I clicked on it, I guess, let me see. So it's showing me the training center. So I'm like, hey, this isn't really what I do. So Tony, I want you to actually enter in another keyword. I saw there for software development. Uh-oh, that's what I wanted. Let me see here more. Oh, my chat. I'm normally at home and have a lot of different things open. I'm glad you made it too. All right, so let's look up software development and let's look up our project management. Okay. And we'll look up staffing agency. But what I want you to do is, as you're looking through here for the entire state and everything else, all the entities, is really think about what's out there. I know I put this in, but what else has been out there? And remember, I am only searching open. I didn't put in all, okay? I didn't put in all. So Tony, we might have time to go back and look at yours in the next 2 or 3 minutes. So there is a RFP, request for proposals. This tells you what they're inviting you to do. This might be good for you, Tony, because they want to replace their existing CRM. So they might be open to Salesforce, even though you said, hey, Montina, I work with small companies. Hey, you might be able to work with them. And here are the NIGP codes. This is kind of a cheat sheet for your codes, because you go in and look at what they're already doing out there and see if you can find something that you can add to your list of codes. Your NIGP codes are specific to Georgia. This is not something you're going to see in corporate. It's not something you're going to see on your federal procurement. Same thing as I'm going in for project management. Now, probably for this one, Lisa, we may have to go in and put this as an isolated search. Okay, they don't like when I just did that. Here, I'm going to put my keyword. This is going to bring up everything with project and everything with management. I could have put on-call project management capital services. So we saw this when Lisa was on the call last week. I can click in. Now, there are times when I just want to go in and look at the document. Excuse me, so I might bring up the documents. There's an addendum there. Anytime you respond, you have to include the addendum, and typically you have to sign it, okay? All right, and then let's see here. Oh, Lisa, I think Takia's saying, hey, let's connect. Let's look up staffing. So I will say, Tyasha, there were a lot of opportunities for staffing. And again, Belvin, I didn't see you put anything in there. Did I miss you? All right. I know he does travel, so let's look up some things for travel. So let's look up staffing. I don't think it liked me putting in staffing. These are open. It doesn't mean there's nothing there, it's just open. So for whatever reason, as you saw, it did not like when I put agency, but there are staffing for the Columbus, Georgia, annual contract, it's open 17 days, and then temporary staffing for nutrition for APS for Atlanta Public Schools. And again, remember this RFP is over $50,000 because it is advertised on the procurement registry, okay? And if we put in anything for travel, I don't like travel. So let's go in and let's see what all they've had maybe in the past as it relates to travel. So this lets you know some of the things in here that were in the past. So in April, they had travel related services, requests for quote, travel management, VSU football, band and travel. These were 2022. So again, you want to pay attention, and then you may be able to go out and let's see for some of the awards that might be able to show up. Okay. They were searching all teams for lodging, food, and transportation. Yes, the old contracts. I like to go look at the old contracts, and guess what? Sometimes in the notice of awards, they will at times list how much it was actually awarded, okay? Let's see if we can look at this. There are times when I'll go in and say, oh, this was 50,000 or 80,000 or however much was awarded. So this one was a fixed amount of 30,000, okay? So they had a fixed contract of 30,000. But this is, yeah, so 110 is when they executed it, okay? So typically, somebody may have underbid on this because most of the time, like in Henry County, if it's out on for bid, it's over 50,000. So I did want to show you all something quick I talked about this week. If you are looking for opportunities, you typically want to pay attention to your chambers of commerce, okay? I'm huge on this, but we'll do a training next week about the chambers of commerce because like I said, I like to just get in and get out, but you want to make sure that you are connecting in your communities. You cannot expect to gain opportunities, contracts, information if you're not out and about meeting people. I love our chambers of commerce because there's 159 chambers, there's 500 cities. It's a great way to meet other business owners. Sometimes it's sell or be sold, but I love being active in my chamber. This morning, there was a coffee and connections. I didn't make it to that, but there was a DE&I meeting that I made it to. And then I had to come over to another side of town. When I leave here, I'm actually going to the Atlanta Metropolitan College for an outreach. So again, there are always opportunities for you to meet other small business owners that may be able to do business with you or those in the community. So I have time to answer 2, possibly 3 questions. So you just turn on your mic and I'll answer any questions you have in the last 3 minutes. Okay, Tony, you're up.
No, I was just applauding. That's all.
Oh,
I was just
okay.
saying, this is so good. Thank you so much. This was so
Yeah,
good.
I'm here to help. I'm here to help. Anybody have any questions?
Hi, this is Takia Ellis. My company is A to Z Solutions LLC, and I provide IT project management support. for government entities. I'm new to the government contracting space. And so this is absolutely awesome, Montina. I know you from the ABC.
Oh,
And
wonderful. Welcome.
yes. And I have this on my schedule every week. And sometimes I have a conflict. I joined late, so I'm not sure if I missed anything. So this is great. I just basically want to connect with people so that I can either be a subcontractor or a main contractors because I'm new to this space.
Awesome.
So,
Well, I'll tell y'all this, and again, and make sure, like Tony, when you're putting in your LinkedIn, put the hyperlink, make it easy for people to connect. But really, the whole goal for me to do this with all of you is there is enough business in the state of Georgia. I am tired of seeing small businesses like, I don't know what to do. And people just don't have the time to tell you some of the time, but other
right,
times I'm finding that there are people in training spaces. This is a monopoly money. This is real money. So I've been doing it for years. Yeah, because people give you advice and then I'm like, but you get a paycheck. And I had to realize that in my own business. And I really just again, I do this. I don't have an upsell for you. I just say come every week. I want to teach you how to find the opportunities. Sometimes you don't have to go to the procurement. So next week, what we'll do is I'm going to take you through some of the counties. Sometimes they could tap, you might have a $2,000 or $5,000 service. They would tap that card, boom, boom, boom. Literally, it's a tap the card. So you want to make sure that you have opportunities, set up where you can receive the funds, but you still have to build the relationships. It is not just going to happen with you, sitting around. If you want to connect with small business owners, I'm going to give a charge for all of you, even with travel. Understand your ideal clients. Right now, my perfect clients really are local or minority contractors that want to increase like contract capacity, really traditional, and sometimes service-based businesses. Why? Because we only build websites for them, and I know that they need websites. I know they do. I can't do all the marketing stuff, but I also know that when I'm going in other rooms and there's $100 million, $200 million opportunities, I'm pulling from my pool first. I don't refer any business with anybody that doesn't do business with me. So if you guys can try to create that type of focus. So I'll have people come to me and they're like, were you looking for people? And I'm like, but if you don't work with me, like if we haven't built your site, then there's just, if you see it on my LinkedIn, great, but I'm in rooms every single day. So you want to look for win-win relationships with people that are like, oh, if they're going to build your website, then they should be at least funneling you some business. If you're doing business at your bank, they're not doing business with you, find a bank that will do business with you. Like the bankers understand this concept, or move your money. If you're going to a place and you're eating there all the time, ask to talk to the owner. So I frequent the same exact places most of the time. People, they just know me. And it seems small, but I'm telling you, you don't know who's in the room with you. So with that said, anybody have one quick question?
Her product expert. You'll be making decisions on her behalf throughout.
Okay, last one.
Montina, can you share your website URL?
Oh yeah, it's
URL
just
for your
CIA
business?
Media Group. The only service, like I said, I offer is just a website. I'm not here to sell now. If y'all need a website, we are the best. And why are we the best? Because you need a website that works. I get people like, we built it ourselves. Now Belvin, he has traveled, so he's probably through like a company. But your website really is the one thing you can get right in your business. And a business advisor told me this years ago, and I was like, dang, that's the one thing you need to get right. Everything else, and you gotta play around a little bit. But your website, you can't mess that up. You can mess it up. And guess what? These companies are going to go out and Google you. And then they Google you and you got your branding is off, your logo is off. Now you can, like my logo isn't the best because I don't play in that kind of arena, but my website, you want to see a little video, you might see a nice headliner, you need to have, your tag. You have to know what you do, the cadence of it, the communication, and your confidence. If y'all meet me in person, y'all be like, oh my gosh, listen, you want to have a confidence about you so people know you, like you, trust you, and they remember you. Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, Tony, let's talk. Because if you need a resource, we can be a resource for you. I'll tell you what we charge. We're flat rate, and then you upcharge whatever you want. I don't care. And we do a really, really good job. Okay. All right. With that said, you guys go enjoy the rest of your day. Let me get over to this other meeting. Thank y'all so much for showing up. And remember what I said, Lisa, people will start showing up. And my last charge for all of you, you all should be doing what I'm doing. You need to fish from your own ponds. There is no reason that why you can't do something similar to this. Every single week, you need to be connecting with people. And when I do this, I'm the thought leader. When you do it, you're the thought leader. Okay. There's no secret to success, y'all, but who knows it? There's a what? What do I say? There's a blueprint. Bye, y'all.
Thank you so
Really
much.
quick,
All right,
Thank you.
tune in next week if you have
you.
time. You're
That's
so
Takia,
welcome.
I would like to connect with you because you and I are in the same field. So let's talk.
Definitely. What's your name again?
Lisa Thurston.
Put your
Okay,
info
I
in the
will.
chat. You got
Oh,
your,
yes, I put it in
got
chat.
it in the- okay,
All right,
I'll leave it up
thanks.
for a second. All right, y'all,
Yeah.
bye.
Have a good
Bye-bye.
one.
Takia, do you have my information?
Yes, I'm connected with you on LinkedIn.
Okay, because if you didn't get Lisa's, I think she left before she could, oh, she put in her LinkedIn. You see it? Did you get a chance
Yeah.
to get it?
I saw it, but I think it had
Hold
an
on.
error or something, but I can
That's
find
okay.
her.
Here it is. It's right there. I just put it back in. Let me know when you
Okay.
connected it before I log off.
Oh, okay, will do. Let me go back to it real quick. I
Okay.
am full timing right now.
Oh, it's okay. Listen, I was finishing up a meeting and I said, well, I need to stay here in the room. They said, no problem. I'm serious about helping y'all. I'm tired of y'all running around here talking about, I don't know what to do. Girl,
I
don't
hear
know.
you. But I'll find her, Lisa Evan Thurston. I see
Yes,
her name.
just click the LinkedIn link in the chat.
Yeah, it's saying page not found, so I think she may have a little
Oh, she
so,
might
but
have
that's
put it
cool.
wrong.
I
Okay.
can
All
find her.
right. Okay, well, thanks for joining.
You're welcome. We'll
Okay.
talk soon.
We will. Okay, bye-bye.